Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome, my name is Claire. I've got another hair dyeing video to share with you, and it is with the new Garnier Good. I've got it in Turmeric Copper, which is a 743. I bought this in Boots a couple of days ago. It retails for £12. Had a look at the reviews. Yeah, majority are good, but as with all hair dyes, if you read every single review, it does make you think, oh heck, what am I putting on my hair? Some of them were saying that it didn't dye their hair. Some of them were saying that it didn't even touch their grey hairs. Some of them were saying that it turned their hair from a gorgeous, glossy, healthy hair to dry and frizzy hair, which is certainly not what I want. But then you've got the positives then saying that less mess, less smell, and the colour vibrancy was really lovely. So I'm just going to go for it. See what it's like, and if it turns out bad, then at least you'll know not to go for it yourself. Well, it's up to you to whether you take a gamble or not. But I'll take my hair out. I've just chopped it, I've cut it, I've taken off, oh gosh, I've cut it to a long bob. It's just on my shoulders ish there, and it was down there, so I've taken a good couple of inches off, although it doesn't look like it because my hair is super thin. I'm going through hormonal problems at the moment. I've got the name for the type of hair loss I've got. Anagen effluvian. So basically, since I had my son 14 years ago, my hair's been stuck in a postnatal hair loss cycle. From the front here, all around my sides and at the back as well. The hair grows very thinly for a few inches, falls out and grows again. The only hair that grows normally is all the hair at the top there. So I'm doing everything I can, taking biotin, making sure my ferritin levels are okay. The type of hair loss I got is due to toxicity. I know I've got inflammation in the body. I've got chronic inflammation. Every time I have a blood test for the last 10 odd years, I always have high inflammation. Don't know what causes it. Doctors don't give me any advice. But I'm just trying to learn all this myself now. So you haven't come here to listen about my problems. I will put a timestamp so that you can flick forward all this. I'll put it in the pinned comment. I was drawn to this because it contains no ammonia, and the last couple of dyes I have been using don't contain ammonia either. The only issue with that is that it doesn't guarantee 100% grey coverage, and I've got lots of grey that needs to be covered. So it says up to 100% grey coverage, up to 8-week long lasting colour. That's bollocks to start with. No copper hair dye lasts for 2 months. Perfect colour, like the day you dye it. No, not a chance. I've been dyeing my hair red and copper for many years. No, it fades. You need a colour deposit in between to keep it vibrant and boosted. I have never come across a hair dye that lasts for the whole 2 months or so. Never. But we'll see. I'm not saying they're lying, it's just that I haven't come across that yet. Beautiful highlights and tones, easy application. It's a vegan formula, no ammonia, and it gives you an idea of the colours there. Okay, so let's show you what my hair looks like then. I've had it up in a low bun all day, so it's a bit messy. See, look, it's a long bob. Do you know what? That took me, 7 minutes to cut my hair because it's so thin. Right. If you were watching at the start of this video when I mentioned about my hair loss, I'll show you what I mean. So I got quite a lot of hair. It's very fine, but I got quite a lot of it. Like all the temples, the hair. It's just really thin and fine, and it just breaks off. I haven't been able to have a fringe in years because you think that amount of hair to come down is just too thin. It grows and then it falls out because this should be down here, but it's not. But it's all around the back of my hair as well. But because I've just cut my hair now, you might not be able to see as much. But yeah, that's the type of hair loss I got. Anagen effluvium. Toxicity. Anyway, so this is the colour. Hopefully you got to see what the colour's like. It's a nice ginger. What did I use? Swatchcough Oleo. I used the darker one last time, but it's faded quite a lot. I dyed it about 5-6 weeks ago, something like that. So it has faded quite a bit. But I'll show you my greys. You can probably see them quite clearly here. So yeah, they need dyeing desperately. There. There. I'll apply the dye to my hair a little bit, but obviously because I've just got a little viewfinder here and I haven't got anywhere that I can put a mirror to be able to do it properly, because I am long-sighted. Is it long-sighted or short-sighted? I always get confused. Basically, my up close is fine, but I can't see far away, so I need glasses. So I need to go off, apply it in the bathroom, and then I'll come back. I'll rinse it off, blow dry my hair, and show you the final result. I have read on the Boots website some reviews saying not to be put off because it comes out like a really dark purple. I'm familiar with all the colours in hair dye, so it doesn't put me off, but I just thought I'd mention it. Plus you'll get to see it anyway when I start mixing it all together. So let's open it up and show you what's inside. If you're interested in this hair dye for yourself, I'll pop a link down below in my description as always. Plus I'll put a link to all my other hair dyeing. I've got a huge dye in my hair copper series. Loads and loads of videos. So nearly all the copper hair dyes that you see in all the shops, I've probably tested them all. Well, maybe not all of them. I'm getting there. You use this tub. Everything in there you put in the tub. There seems to be lots of things in here. Okay. So we've got a little information booklet. We've got a little spatula, got some gloves. This is the conditioner. I love this little pouch and there's lots in there. So a good few uses. I love that. So I like that. Shea butter nourishing care. I do really like that. And then you've got the developing cream and you've got the developing lotion. So you mix those two together in the pot and apply it on my hair like that, which is a bit weird, isn't it? Yeah, especially if you've got regrowth. Great if you want an all over hair dye because you can just use your fingers, slap it on all over. But if you've got regrowth, then, you know, you section off, don't you? And you only do a little bit at a time unless you just apply it with your fingers and rub it in. Okay, I'm going to cut the development cream and put it in the tub. Cut the cream. Look, ooh. So it looks like that. Using the spatula, just going to mix it all together. Lots of information on the information booklet, and it tells you if you want to do a full head coverage and a touch-up coverage, which is what I want to do. I'm supposed to apply it to my roots and then leave it on for 20 minutes. For the last 10 minutes, I'm supposed to blend in the rest of the colour to the ends and then rinse off. Apply the conditioner for 3 minutes and then rinse and blow dry as normal. The colour is oxidising. It's getting a little bit darker, but that's fine. But look at this. Change the colour of the stick. Wow. God. I thought it'd be thicker. Reading the reviews, it says that it's really thick, but it's not. I've got myself a tail comb because it's easier to do the sections and get the sections neat and tidy that way. But if you didn't have a tail comb, then you could use the spatula somehow. I haven't got a towel on me because our bathroom is downstairs. So I'm just going to apply it just to the centre of my hair and then I'm going to do the rest off camera because I can't see what I'm doing. Yeah, it's darkening up quite a bit there. Okay. There. Definitely not as thick as I thought it would be. So I'm going to have to do this downstairs and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like. So I've done my roots and I can see why it would freak people out because it's really, really dark. But I'm not worried about that. This is such a really badly designed hair dye. You know the little spatula that I use to mix the dye? That is brilliant at applying the dye to the roots and flatten it down and making sure, you know, you're not going too wide. I use a tail comb to section the top and the sides and it's fine. When it got to the back of my hair, that's where I haven't got a clue what's happening there. Haven't got a clue. I'm guessing there's going to be a load of patches. I did try to massage it all in, but my biggest worry is the amount of dye potentially could go on the ends of my hair. I don't want dye on the ends for 30 minutes. It'll just frazzle it up and I don't want that. I just want to brighten up the ends a little bit, which is why you just leave it on for a couple of minutes at the end. Even with sectioning with the tail comb, because I can't see what I'm doing, and it's easier to grab some dye and rub it in. But again, you're not aware of how far you're spreading the dye. With a normal hair dye, you've got the bottle with the applicator, haven't you, with a tiny little spout. So the back, obviously, I can never tell what I'm doing in the back, but I can apply it close to the roots and then with my fingertips, I blend it in. So I know how much I'm applying and have an idea of where I'm blending it all in. But putting dye on your fingers and putting it on your hair, it's so difficult. Oh, it is really, really difficult. They're trying to cut down on the packaging. I understand that. But but I think if I really fall in love with this dye, if my hair is amazing colour, condition, longevity, everything like that, then I'm going to buy myself one of these hair dye applicator bottles. I might already have one here from an old dye or something like that. With the applicator, you can get right in the hair, squeeze a little bit out, and then your fingertips, you can massage it around, you know? But with this, even though your hair is sectioned, but then again, because it's at the back of your head, you haven't got a clue how well it's sectioned. Obviously, if you had someone else to help you, that would be so much easier. So then you're grabbing the dye and splatting it on your hair. You don't know how far you're blending it out, so it could be spreading on the mid-lengths of your hair, which you don't want to touch. Yeah, anyway, I'm a bit annoyed with it. I've got to wait now, what, about 10-15 minutes. And this is the final result. I put a little bit of makeup on because I'm going out afterwards, so I just feel more myself. When I last saw you, I just had my roots done. I waited another 15 minutes, then I blended the dye into the rest of my hair, left that on for 10 minutes, used the conditioner. The Shea Butter conditioner is amazing. It's so, so lovely. As soon as it touched my hair, it was like, wow. So, so lovely, really nice. Left it on my hair for 3 minutes, rinsed it. My hair felt really great, didn't feel all tangly or dry or anything. So yeah, the conditioner is really good. And I've got enough there for another use as well. It's not as bright as I thought it would be. I thought it would be brighter considering it is a number 7. It's obviously dyed my roots, blended in my roots really nicely. I'll go in and show you exactly what it looks like. The colour looks even, freshened up. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous colour, but I was expecting it to be a bit brighter. It's very similar to what it was before, but before it's quite dull, so it's definitely brightened it up, but not dramatically so then. But I do really like it. So let's show you what my roots look like then. I think it's done an alright job on my roots. Can't tell you what the back is like because I can't see the back. It's a really gorgeous copper. I really like it. It's supposed to remain this colour for the next 2 months. As I said at the start, I don't believe that one bit because none of them do. But we will see. I'll come back in a couple of weeks' time and give an update, and I'll pin it at the top of the post. If you're interested in seeing how it's doing, then come back and you'll see the pin post there. It's given me a light, rich auburn, but not a bright, vibrant, fiery copper, which I thought it might do. The only negative, and it's a huge negative, it hasn't got a bottle with a nozzle. It just makes it so much easier if you're applying the hair dye on your own. If you've got someone to help you, then that's fine. This kit is great. I love the little lollipop stick, the little spatula. I think that's great at getting in at the roots around your hair, but at the back, nah. A nightmare. A nightmare. I don't want to have a look at the back. I think up here would be alright. It's just everywhere else around the back. But I would love to hear your thoughts. Have you tried the new Garnier Good hair colours? I'd love to hear your thoughts. But thanks for watching. I hope you found this helpful. And if not, I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.